Welcome back to another follow along with me, Miss B. We are in week 2 of quarter 4, and we're going to look at some more pop art this week. This week's artist will be Andy Warhol. This is Andy Warhol. And these are some of his most famous paintings. We're going to try to recreate something that looks a little bit like this. So, we are going to need some paper and a pencil and our hand to trace. First, we want to fold our paper. So if it's laying long ways, not up and down, we want to fold it from side to side. And then we're going to fold it from the bottom to the top. So once we've folded it 2 times, we're going to open it back up. And you'll see that we have 4 sections. So for this project, we are going to trace our hands. We're going to do one hand in each section. So you can see my hand's a little bit bigger, so I'm going to change the paper out in a minute. But we want to be able to fit our hand in the sections. First thing we want to do is trace the lines on our paper with either a black crayon or a black marker. And this is going to give us our 4 sections. So you'll see here I switched out my paper just because my hand is a lot larger than yours. So smaller paper wasn't going to work. But what we want to do is trace our hand inside of each section. So with our pencil, we're going to trace our hand 4 times. Once we come around where our wrist is, we're just going to connect one line to the other to create the shape of our hand. And then move to the next section. So the next thing we want to do is just add a few simple details. So I'm going to add a ring to my fingers. And whatever I do to one picture, I'm going to do the same thing to the others. So if I put the ring on my pinky, then all 4 drawings will have the ring on my pinky. I've chosen my index finger, so that's the one that's going to have the ring on it. Now you can draw fingernails, you could draw little shapes, whatever you want to do to add something a little bit extra. So I'm just showing you what you might want to do if you want to add fingernails to each of your hands. You could do like colored nails when we get to color. Something like that's fine. I'm going to do something a little different. I'm just going to put a little heart shape in the open area of my picture. And again, I'm just making sure that I have one in each picture in about the same spot. So the next step is going to be to trace everything that's in pencil in marker or black crayon. That'll be the next step of this process. So the next step is going to be to color this in. So if you remember back to Andy Warhol's paintings, when he had sections, it was the same image, but they were in different colors. So I'm picking 3 to 4 colors for each section. And those are the colors I'm going to use. You can choose whatever colors you want, or you can copy the ones I have. So again, once you've chosen the colors that you like, we can start to color. And you can take your time coloring in. So remember, we're going to color in the details of our picture. So if you've made a ring, color those in. If you've done fingernails, you're going to color those in. If you put some kind of design in the background, you're going to color that in. And we want to make sure we color in the background as well. Now I am using crayons. If you want to use markers, perfectly fine. If you have paint at home, so my friends that are learning mobily from home and you have paint and you would like to paint this project, go for it. Now I will say, looking back on these, not really happy with my colors, but they did work how I wanted them to. We have the same picture colored in with different colors. Now I did do a little bit of a pattern. Whatever I colored in the ring also became the background of another section. So I did do a little bit of patterning. You don't have to do patterns with your colors, but you can. Something to think about, especially for my second graders. As long as we're not coloring in the objects or items the same as each other, should be absolutely fine. Well, there we have it, our pop art Andy Warhol inspired picture. Don't forget to submit your assignment on Schoology. If you have any questions, send an email. Click the like button before you leave, and have a nice day.